Hello, YouTube. It's Tammy C. Walker coming to you with a short podcast video. I hope you are doing well. I am pretty good. We are a bit cold here in the Chicagoland area. I think our high is 11 for today. Maybe yesterday was 11, a low of -8, and I think today maybe 10 or 11 is the high, and I think a low of 3. It's cold, you all, and it really makes you think about how blessed you are to have heat, to have transportation, to have coats, to have hot water. So wherever you are, I hope and pray that you stay safe and count your blessings of heat and hot water. So many are, imagine being homeless at this time. Ooh, but today I want to talk about a mistake I made in the past. And I just want to talk to you about having value and believing in yourself. So I was dating this guy many moons ago. How many years ago is that? I'm getting so old, you all. I can't remember the years. I'm kidding, but this was like 18 years ago, and so I'm dating a guy. It was an okay relationship, kind of good in some ways, but kind of not. This was someone from my past. I had went to high school with him, so someone I was real familiar with. But this guy was still in love with his ex. And I could tell, but I have to be honest with you, he treated me very well, but there was still some resistance there, and I could tell that his heart wasn't 100% with me. I'm sure you ladies and men can attest to that. You know when somebody's really into you, and when they have like one foot in, one foot out. But we ended up breaking up. I broke up with him because I could tell it was more stuff going on. Like he just was really kind of still tied to the ex. And I don't know, just a long story. So I began to, how can I say this? I began to try to convince him of my greatness. And I'm looking back at it now, and I'm doing this podcast because I hope you never do this. I was like, I'm a good woman, and I'm a this, and I know my value, and I'm a good woman. And he was like, are you trying to convince me or yourself? Again, me being that Virgo, I do not like to be embarrassed or bust out, and that's what made me think. Maybe like a few hours after I said it, or you know how you say something and you hear it again in your head later. And I was so ashamed. So I just did this. I'm doing this today just to tell you, don't ever feel like you have to beat your chest or I'm a good woman, I'm a great man, because you already know without a shadow of a doubt your worth. You know what you deserve. You know you are the bomb.com. You know you are amazing. You know what you bring to the table. And when you're dating, I've had this done many years ago when I would date. Some guys, they try to size you up, or like an insecure guy would do this. A secure guy never did this and never will. So what are you bringing to the table? Like, who are you? What are you bringing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what you bringing to the table. Hey, I'm a beautiful woman inside and out. I'm funny. I'm smart. I'm flexible. I work hard. I treat others well. I'm well versed. I love sports. I love to travel. I love volunteering, helping people. Some people say I'm educated, all that. Education, yeah, that's good. I'm educated, but I don't really I don't lead with my education. That's just not my style. But if you went to school and got your knowledge on, got your degrees on, that's your hard work, and it's okay to say that. But You don't never, ever, ever have to beat your chest and say, I'm a good woman. If you don't stick with me, you're going to miss out. You know, these men know what you are. These ladies know what you are. We all have had our rounds with unworthy people or people who wasn't about nothing. So when we come across a beautiful lady, and when I say beautiful, I use that word a lot. To me, beauty is the in the eye of the beholder, but also it's your heart as well as physical. But I feel like if a lady is really pretty and she's got a bad spirit that deducts from her, just like a gentleman, he's handsome and he's a jerk. Well, deduction, get deducted points. But if a lady is, maybe just okay looking, a gentleman is just okay, but they have a good heart and they're funny and they're kind, that just adds more points to them. It's not all about the looks. It's a package. It's all encompassing. And again, that's my view. And that's why I say these things. But you don't ever have to beat your chest because you know a good man when you see them. Alicia Keys, a woman's worth. A man knows a good woman when I can't sing because it's real. It's super, super, super early in the morning. Or we could say, yeah, it's in the morning, but it's, my voice is not right. I wouldn't do that. But a woman's worth. I like that song. So I want you today to embrace your value. Embrace what you bring to your table. It's not, don't let these guys or these ladies, what are you bringing to the table? Like they're interviewing you or sizing you up. Secure people don't even have to do that because they already know after meeting you and speaking with you and hoping that the people you're talking to are honest and not, not some people be lying or pretending. But the honest people, they know what you're bringing to the table. You know what you're bringing to the table. You don't have to beat your chest and say, I'm a woman, hear me roar, or force. I'm going to make you see the value in me. And if you and I don't work out, you're going to be missing out. Well, that's his tough luck. That's her tough luck. You don't owe anyone an explanation about how great you are. As long as you can look in that mirror and say, my, oh my, look at that girl looking back. She is the bomb.com. She has it going on. She has a good heart. She has a winning spirit. She never gives up. She's tenacious. She's a fighter. She's a dreamer. She's a go-getter. She loves her family. She loves her friends. She loves herself. When you have all of that in place, you do not have to convince or make someone be with you. And anyway, not only with a love relationship, even a friendship, doesn't it just feel better if it's organic? Even family relationships. Some family members, you see this kind of a lot with a mother-in-law type relationship. Or I know that some ladies, they want to fit in with the husband's family or the boyfriend's family. What about that ex who broke up with the guy or divorced and still trying to squeeze into the family and be relevant? That's so awkward to me and weird. But hey, if that's what you feel you gotta do, whatever. You don't have to force any relationship. Even a friend, you might have a newer friend and they trying to force it, or a relative you kind of don't really care for, or like I'm saying, the mother-in-law that's a bit overbearing, but she want to force herself on you. It's much better when relationships are organic. It doesn't have to be forced. So that goes back to my whole purpose of this podcast. I made a fatal mistake because I was trying to make him see how great I am. I am a great woman. And guess what ended up happening? I moved on. He came back, trying to get me back. Then it got to the point where being sort of disrespectful, bringing up sexual situations. Now I'm in a full relationship, very happy, and he got the B word. Y'all know what the B word is? Blocked. Because I don't really like to do that. I had to block him for probably 2 years or more. I blocked him for so long I forgot he was blocked until I ended up, I think, with a new phone. And again, this is a guy I've been knowing 30 plus years. He ended up calling me. He was like, woman, I've been trying to call you I've been trying to get in touch, with you for years. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Because I have the same phone number from 2001. So I'm like, I didn't change my number. I forgot I had him on the block list because he became disrespectful. And I did ask him to refrain from those, the stuff he was talking about. Remember when we did this? Remember when we did that? No, I'm not interested. So I kept saying, and then I said, okay, he gonna continue to be disrespectful. Then there comes the pictures of gifts I gave him, which you all know, the ones that really followed me know I'm a cancer survivor, and when you have chemotherapy, it can kind of mess up your brain. I know this is how it affected me. And he was sending pictures of stuff that I bought him, and honestly, I kind of didn't remember sometimes. But I hope I made sense with this podcast. I was just trying to say, don't try to prove anything to anyone or make them be with you or make them see what they're going to lose in you. You just keep on high stepping, keep your head up, and be your best self. Everything is going to be all right. And who is supposed to be in your life, he or she, they're going to see your value. They are going to cherish you. They are going to think you are just amazing. And they'll tell you how fortunate they are to be with you or how highly they think of you. You won't have to beat your chest and make them see. Alrighty, my beautiful beauties. Tammy Sharice Walker signing off. And just a reminder, look in that mirror and know your value and know your worth, and you will shine so bright like the diamond that you are, male or female, don't matter. Bye. God bless you all.